Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. This is episode 3, Discord. And Discord we did have. All right, we bounce around. Tiny doing what she doing. Candy doing what she doing. Tamika doing what she doing. And then we land in Nashville with Taj and Tasha. They meet at a African American music museum, and I'm trying to go honestly because it looked like a good time, looked like a good learning experience, looked like a good time to me. But it's kind of awkward at first, but they each have their stories. While they're walking through, Taj tells a story about Destiny's Child in their early days, really like go tour hopping with them, like showing up to their hotel room in the lobby waiting on them. They're like they were super fans. And so that was a cute little fact. Taj, she sits down, because this is history that they're trying to create. And she wants to know what's going on. She's like, "What's going on with you and your sister? How is that? How are things with Tamika? What's going on?" And Tasha says, "Well, it's the body shaming." And she's like, "We arguing over little butts?" She says, "And I don't like the way Tamika was speaking to our mother. It was disrespectful. I'm the oldest." And she always got to lead with, we Christian and we a praying family. And girl, okay. I can't stand people like that. Like, stop with your disclaimers for never having fun in life. And thinking that that's going to excuse it or justify it in some kind of way. Like, it doesn't place you in a superior space and then everybody else is lowly because you say, "Oh no, we were a praying family. I couldn't listen to secular music. Sorry. So I don't even know that stuff." Okay. All right, Tasha girl. Anyway, Tasha tells her, because she's, like, what brings you here to my town. Tasha tells her she got a meeting about a solo deal. And Taj is like, like taken aback. She says that she plans on stepping out. "I'm not being fearful this time. I'm going for it." Tasha is like, "What does that mean? You leaving the group? Like, what you doing?" And Tasha says that, she's just stepping out there. She gonna do it this time. She's gonna see what she can do. Whatever, girl. She always, and Tasha always don't know. I don't know. But what do you know? Over in Virginia, Coco meets with her friends for drinks. Her friends are regular, schmegular, degular. She don't have no Hollywood friends. And she prefers it that way. People that aren't, tripping off who she is and her group and all of that. She shares what she's been going through, what she's been doing. I didn't know that she suffered from bipolar depression. And, she was very candid about that, about wanting to take somebody out and that being her breaking point because she legitimately was going to do it. And she feels like I could be in jail if I had not gone to see about, and gone to see about my mental health. And so now she's on medication. And so things are looking up, and it's like it explains a lot. It really does, about everything that everybody has ever said about Coco and her personality and her being a difficult person and her being a very angry person, or kind of the highs and lows. It makes sense now, and so it's good that she shared that, and that because I'm sure there are a lot of people that resonated with, and that's why you share when it comes to reality TV. That was a real reality TV moment. Lily, everybody really, the whole group SWV, they're about to get on a flight to Pittsburgh. They have another show. I'm like, they the most booked group of the groups. We ain't seen Xscape do no show for nobody. We ain't seen them do nothing but give us produced reality TV scenes, because that's their lane. They gonna give us some good reality TV, I guess, but SWV over there touring. They working. They got a show to do in Pittsburgh. Back in Atlanta, Tamika, she having her mother over for dinner, and Mama, of course, the last time we saw each other, things went left. It was kind of cringed when she opened the door and her mama, she was just standing there. There was no hug, no greeting. It was just, "Come on in." was weird. It was awkward. It was awkward. But she says, well, what's the issue with me, you, and Tasha? And Tamika's like, you show favoritism, you know, and Mama disagrees. She says, well, that's just what it is. And you always think I'm disrespectful, you know. That's that I don't want to say baby boomer, but it's most of the baby boomers that feel like that. Like, my parents were baby boomers, and my daddy was always saying, you being disrespectful. Anytime I defended myself, spoke up for myself, had an opinion that was maybe contrary, whatever. If I spoke my mind, most times he felt like it was disrespectful, and I wasn't. My mom wouldn't take it that way. She would take it as she's just expressing herself, you know, but my daddy, you being disrespectful. It's like, okay. But anyway, Tamika tells her, you know, because we're not going to do this back and forth. You're not going to gaslight me like I'm the problem and all of that. And so Tamika tells her, listen, I love you and I respect you. But if I'm gonna continue to be mistreated by you, you know, she using all of the buzzwords. Sis been doing her self work. She says if you're gonna continue, if I'm gonna wait, because even before that, let me not forget Mama's rant. Let me not even forget to put that in there. Mama went on a whole rant about being the fifth member of the group. I am the fifth member of the group. When I put that mic in your hand when you was 4 years old, I'm the fifth member of the group. When your daddy left, I'm like, now girl, how we get to this? This is the root of the issue here. You mad with that man. You mad with that man. We get a backstory on that. Mama was a housewife. The man left her. She can't be a housewife. Now she got to go out there and get it, you know, and so they struggled. And she resents him and her, I guess, because she acts like him, look like him, all like that, and she's a daddy's girl. So I guess she feel like you chose your daddy over me and he left us. Mama got her own stuff that she need to go see a therapist about. But anyway, after all of that, Tamika tells her, you know, basically, I'm gonna have to back. I'm gonna have to just walk away, distance myself, remove myself from the situation if you're gonna continue to mistreat me when I come around you. And Mama's like, what is that supposed to mean? Girl, I'm leaving your life if you keep this up. You know, and she don't want to hear that. And so she changes her tune, and now she crying. I'm so sorry if you feel like I was less than a mother to you and more of a mother to Tasha. I love you. I love you, girl. I love you. Grabbing her face. Look, I love you. Look, can't you see I'm crying? Don't cut me off. Don't walk away from me. All right, girl, whatever. Candy and Taj, they linking up. She shares with Candy that, you know, about her trip to Africa, and then how she ran into Tasha in Nashville. And she's like, you know, she was there to go to Motown Gospel. Candy's like, really? History repeating itself. That's all that is. Child says she can relate because Coco did them the same way. She was like, listen, I would love to have her a part of this, but we don't have to have her a part of this. We can move on and do this without her. She don't stop the vision. Cause so they got to get to creating. They got to set up a meeting. They're going to be having a rehearsal, and so she invites Candy. Of course, Candy get the word to the rest of the group. Come on to the rehearsal. Lily and her son, they go to the bar. Her son is, I think he's in his 30s. I think he said he was like 32. Either way, she lets it be known she and her kids friends. I ain't none of that. We ain't friends. Our mother, they're the children. That's what it is. But she says that her son is a talented rapper and that he kind of relies on her resources. But she says I ain't opening no doors for him. And I was like, why we always want our kids to struggle? You did all that so he don't have to. I don't get it. I don't think the other races do that to their children. I think that they give them the resources Their entire life. If they have the means, they give it to them. They set them up with the tutors. They set them up with the trainers. Especially if they're an athlete, they get them to the best trainers. They get them to the best camps. They are traveling with their kids on these trips, to do those types of things. Like, they're doing it. They're doing it. And then when it comes to us, we get millions and then be saying, you better go get a job. I'm not giving them kids my money. I had to work hard for my money. So you gonna have to work hard too. And we're not saying enable and spoil and create monsters. Nobody said that. Lily could simply make a phone call to a producer she knows to help out. She could reach out. That's the type of stuff that you could do to open doors for him. Nobody is saying go and do the work. Yes, if you don't have the work ethic, then you just don't have it. And you're not going to get anywhere anyway. We have to stop that. We really do. If you a rich parent, you should want your children to also have the same lifestyle as you. We work hard and we do the things that we do, and we create the life for our children so that they can live an easier life than we had. Like, why? I don't understand why you want them to struggle. Like, why you want them struggling, calling you, asking you for X, Y, and Z, because they need help, when you could just give them, you could just meet their needs if you can meet their needs. I just don't understand. Anyway, she talking to her son. She telling him about her book. Her pen name is Sister Hot Pussy. And so she been writing erotica books. And I feel like she talked about these erotica books on another reality show that they had. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I know Lily be on there talking wow. Anyway, she don't want to just be, the girl from SWV. So she wants to, create another lane for herself. She talks about her past and what happened to her after SWV broke up. She was homeless. She was living in her car. She would drive around all day until 5 a.m. until the sun came up, because she was not going to sleep in her car and risk being raped, robbed, killed, all of that. So she would only, she would sleep during the day in a stadium parking lot. And then she took her life back. She went and got her GED. And she went and got a job, working a 9 to 5. And she turned it around, and so here we are. I'm proud of her. I really am. Tasha, we see her in the studio working on some solo music. Sound like she's trying to keep up with the times, and it's just like, it was giving Gracie's Corner. A says apple, apple. B says ball. C says cat. That was the song. Anyway, Rocky come in there in the studio pretending to be, he come in there playing like he Ike Turner, but I'm sure it gives Ike Turner on a regular basis. But he goes into the booth and he's talking to her about what's going on, and she tells him about the meeting that they're supposed to be having. He's like, "Are you gonna go?" And you know how he always talking in her ear, really influencing her decisions. And it's just like, girl, please. Their scenes are so annoying. I just don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. Rocky asks if she's gonna tell the group about her solo deal and all that, and she's like, I don't know, because she always does. I don't know. Rocky tells her to think about it. If you want to, cool. And if you want to go to the meeting, cool. If not, then that's fine. If anything, go in there and grab a mic and remind them of who the hell you are. And who is that? Jalen. Coco's son. He about to, he set up his camera and everything, ring life in the scene for the gram or scene for the YouTube. Coco coming there interrupting. Then they talk, and he has to break the news to her. He don't want to go to dental school no more. He don't want to go back. And of course she's like, but you do want to go back. And he's like, but I don't. But you do, but I don't. You do and you going because I'm paying. And she wants to call her mother. She's like, let's get grandma on the phone, because of course she's the one that's been raising him. And they get grandma on the phone, and he tells her, that he doesn't want to go back to school and all of that. And she too has the same kind of reaction. She's like, baby, you don't know what you want to do right now. You too young to know what you want to do, And I'm like, I mean, you change your mind a few times by the time you really come back around to what God had placed in you, a long time ago. Like, you really have to take yourself back to childhood and remember what was it that really made me excited? The thing that what were those type of things that I did? Whatever. And it comes around full circle. It really does. Anyway, Jalen starts crying. He really doesn't want to do something that he doesn't want to do, that doesn't make him happy. Singing makes him happy. And so he wants to sing. And like I said, I really feel like her hang-ups are how the music and how tough the music industry is, and how it can be, and how it can chew you up and spit you out. And nobody wants to see that happen to their son. So I get it, but she's gonna have to get out of his way and let him find his way, which is normally what college is for. But he compromises, and he says, okay, he's gonna do a gap year, and if you don't figure it out, he's going back to college. So SWV, they have rehearsal. Their manager is there. They have this meeting with Xscape, and he tells them, you listen, if they don't agree to this, we got some upcoming tour dates. Don't you worry. We got some shit going on anyway. And Candy and Tiny, before the meeting, they talk. And she tells her, I already done shared, with Tiny what happened with Tasha. She done already told her that Tasha been around there shopping for a solo record deal. And so they have the meeting. All of Xscape is there, including Tasha. Everybody from SWV is there. And so are SWV's managers. Now, we'll get there. Hold on. When we get there, I'll mention Xscape's management. Taj gets it started. And she's like, okay, so how about one show, one stage, one band, one sound? Are you in? And so Candy puts her hand in. Everybody puts their hand in. Y'all already know Tasha was sitting there. Like we begging. Girl, going on somewhere. Anyway, so now they can start creating. Now we can put a show together, all of that. Candy says, okay, I want to ask the obvious question. What do we do about billing? Like, how much money is everybody gonna get? Basically, everybody start rolling their eyes and all of that. SWV's manager says, I think that we should co-headline it. Candy says that she feels like her group, that they should have top billing for their tour. And they're like, your tour? Girl, it's one show. And see, listen, Candy, because I don't even want to do the back and forth and the round about what was said and all of that, because of course SWV were all confused. Taj at first was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, like, so let me clarify. You don't so you want your name bigger on the advertisement? Like, what are we saying? Like, what we doing? Coco say, listen, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna go on and pass. But they should co-headline. Now, I think that Candy is being a little egotistical. I really do. Although I have seen the speak on it, I got all her justifications. I see all that. I get all that. I understand all that. It does not negate the fact that you should not be requiring more than them just off the strength of, well, they always get less. On this show, you're co-headlining, and it should be even. Raise up how much they get so that you don't lose money, and they get a little bit of more money. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding this one show. This is not a tour we're speaking of. And see, from Candy's perspective, she's speaking from a tour standpoint, like if they were going to be touring. And she says that they promoters are looking at what they normally get. And if they normally get 80,000 a piece, then promoters know that, and they're not going to offer them more than that. And I'm just like, you can still co-headline. You can still co-headline. You are being egotistical. You want to be on top because you feel like, you and Tiny feel like you have a whole different set of a different fan base outside of, you know, us folks from the 90s and the people that are music heads and all of that. You got the people that watch you on TV. And so I guess they make up all the people that are buying up the tickets. Like, why are we even using that as an excuse? Because, come on, apples to oranges. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. We're not coming to see you do confessionals and sit up and talk to your mama and the OLG gang and Tiny and the Hustle folks. We're not coming to see them. We came to see Xscape and SWV. And when it comes to Xscape, we don't even know who we gonna get. Could be 3, could be 4. Could be 2, could be 1. You just never know with you guys. And so, let's not. They also should have had management. This is a conversation for management where the girls aren't even, y'all just bring them up to speed after everything is solidified. And so, Candy says they didn't have management or they don't have management. I believe y'all had management at the time. You were saying you needed to look and shop around for new management. So somebody was in the place for management. Or you needed to have somebody in place for management. You needed to have somebody else speaking for you guys. Because the fact that you piped up and it's you saying all of these things, it didn't, and listen, it doesn't read right. It comes off, you know, it rubbed everybody the wrong way. And although you mean well, no. You absolutely should co-headline. This is a joint project. And it's just one show. Now, after that, if you guys had decided to take the show and make it a tour, then okay, there's a discussion to be had. There's some contracts to go over, some things to be said, you know, but still amongst management. Then they have this back and forth on the internet and all of that. It's just like, Candy she done had her a tough couple of days, honestly, in the internet streets. Of course, SWV, they get up and walk out. They're not hearing any of that. You know, they're like, listen, I done sold all the records. We're not doing this. We ain't opening up for them. We're not doing it. I'm not finna go into all the things that were said and revealed on her speak on it. Y'all can go watch that on your own time. But what I will say is the fact that she did this speak on it and she came with her receipts and her justifications and all of that. It just proves that Candy just be wanting to be right and she be wanting to be on top. It really does prove that. I hope that I'm not the only one that sees that about her. Like we're seeing a different side to her. We're seeing the cutthroat businesswoman in her. And for some it's palatable and for others it's just like, you know, why is she being like that? You know? For me, I don't care either way. Ain't nobody asked me to come do no show. Ain't nobody deposited nothing into my account after the show. And so, shit, do your thing. But it didn't, to the viewers, it's like, y'all need to be even now. Because when we talk about who's the better group, we know who's the better group. So, anyway. I really feel like that's it. Yeah. Until next time. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.